Peace and prosperity, everyone. Today we're going to do a video of my top favorite Chinese series. This is one I'm actually watching right now. It is 50 episodes. This is about a princess and a god who rules heaven and earth. He's said to have a heart of stone, unable to love, and throughout the entire series, he's learning a little bit of what she felt in the last drama, which was 10 Miles Peach Blossom. She has loved him 3 lives, 3 worlds. They're experiencing the mortal realm, and it just keeps going on in different lives. He's slowly learning to fall in love with her, but she's been in love with him for some time. Basically, it's been a long period of time of unreciprocated love. It's really a good drama. Like, it's really sad, and sometimes I think cdrama is really adorable. She reminds me of Bay Quinn, her aunt, and 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms. It's pretty good. It is in English subtitles, so. And then, like, every 5 days, they upload, like, 4 episodes. And then you wait 5 more days till the rest pop up. So, it's pretty good. She's a 9-tailed fox. And he's not born like most people. He's born from a lotus. He's born differently. His butt has, like, fire in it. And he's just real different. So it's pretty good drama. It really does line up with the book. I believe the movie is way better than the book, though. Seeing the actual picture, they really put their work into it. So I really love this drama. I'm ready to see the end, though. So this is the drama of 10 Miles Peach Blossoms, Eternal Love, with Mark and Yimi as the main characters. This is a battle between the gods and the demons, but it's also a love romance. That is the princess of Quinn at the time. That is the little princess of Eternal Love of Dreams. Bay Quinn, the most beautiful queen, or the two most beautiful women of their time, right? They're foxes. They're 8-tailed foxes at that. Most powerful of their clan. They both having to go through love trials and 3 different lives in 3 different worlds to encounter a great romance with the one that they love. Not knowing the experience you're gonna have in love, but it's beautiful to watch the drama. It sometimes be very heartbreaking. Some of these dramas don't have real good endings, but this one really did. He died and he did come back, and after he came back, there wasn't any more, chaos or drama. So he got to spend his life with the one he loves. They do have a beautiful son together. So it ended pretty well. I'm not gonna give you guys the full details of this. I'm just showing you guys. So this is a drama called Oh My General, and it's really beautiful. It's a girl who has been a general of the most powerful army for a very long time. Her whole entire family has been slaughtered, and the only close relative that she actually has is her sister-in-law and her cousin, who's very much in love with her. But her cousin doesn't know that she is a girl. Over the time, after she wins this one war, she has to reveal her. She reveals her identity as a female, and the king bestows her a husband. This husband is very feminine, like he's very immature. He dances. He does all kind of things to humiliate her. She does a lot of things to make him mad. Over time, they really learn to love each other. He grows up a bit. She has to go through several wars. They learn to love each other over time. They actually are bestowed with marriage. They have to be married. Many times they try to leave each other. One time she tricked him into believing that she would let him leave. So it's just pretty good love drama. I believe that Chinese series are pretty good. They could be like very, if you don't have like a good heart for it, you shouldn't watch these. Like they're they got like a lot of bloodshed and pretty dramatic at times. But it had a pretty good happy ending. So I actually really like this one. This is The Legend of Fu Hua. This is about a prince and a princess. They're both born of lotus flowers. She was born with a darkness around her, and he was born with a light. Now, people not asking to be born the way that they are. He has to take out the woman that he loves. He's slowly falling deeper in love with her over time. Each time they meet, he knows the reason long before she ever knows why or who she is. She is said to be the demon girl. For a long time, she's not possessed or taken, possessed of. She's normal. She has many hardships and trials that she had to endure on her own. The only person that took her in as a relative who actually knew who she was like a master teacher. He pretended to be her uncle to protect her from the fate that she had, and keeping her in one place for a long time. When she left that place, she started to experience the most hardships. She ran into this guy who is like the prince of like the universe, basically. He is the ruler. He makes sure that things that are going on are handled. And he still has his father to rule. But there's a dramatic love story, a sense in the background of this. It's always looking sweet until you realize the story that's hidden between the emperor, his father, and his mother, and his uncle, who is really his father in the turning out. You guys, if you want to watch a good love story, you should watch this. But it's not just about love. It's about the sake of the universe. This is to say that if this woman who gets possessed would not be stopped, she would ruin the world. The ending was pretty happy, so I'm pretty satisfied with this drama. They did a great work with the production work and everything. They did really good. The fighting scenes are really good. The love scenes are pretty good. All of it's pretty good. And this is my favorite actress, Yumi, the favorite female role. She plays in a lot of major dramas that I like on my Chinese series. I actually use an app to watch these. So this is pretty good. So this is The King's Woman. I liked it, but I didn't really like it completely. I was more upset with the fact that he took a woman who was... See, that's the thing about a man being a king. When a king is a king, he can take anything he wants, right? Not with no consideration of people's lives, the ruining of people around. So she is in love with someone else. She is taken from her own life. After the king saw her with one glance, he had taken her. He is these three people, the person that she has a child by, and also the king. She's pregnant right now in this scene, but the person that she's pregnant by and the king are both in love with her. The thing is that the king took her away from the life she was living before and bestowed him a wife who doesn't really love him. So she slowly falls in love with him a little bit, but she really realizes in the end that he will never change. And in the end, she sacrifices her life to die. It's pretty sad. I wouldn't want to be forced to love somebody in the way that, she was. She had no real consideration. Some people with arranged marriages, they either accept it, like back in before the times where they're like ballrooms, and they would, propose based on the dance. I think that was more appropriate, because at least people had the chance to agree. Now, in this situation, him being the king, he can bestow any woman he wants, and that was kind of unfair, being a emperor or empress. You just choosing like that. The emperor, I think it's a pretty good drama, but you'll be mad at it the entire time because Dilraba is the main female actress right here with this suit on, who no longer has control of her life. This is Eternal Love, and Eternal Love is two series, right? This is about a princess that really didn't love this man. She was in love with his brother. So this princess, who is in love with his brother, the brother had disappointed the princess and never came around to love her. She being forced to love this guy, being forced to marry this guy, made it very difficult for her. But it also made it real hard for her in general because her body, she had an accident and fell off the top of a side of a building from trying to escape. She fell and hit her head, which made it easy for her body to be possessed. Now she no longer is herself. She's half herself and half another. Slowly drifting from her body is the one that's already in her original self. The person that shifts and gets involved into her body is the one who loves the man that she's forced to marry. This love drama is pretty good because even though she didn't get to love the man that she wanted to love, the person that wanted to love the guy that she was forced to marry finally got the chance to be with him. Though she slowly dies or gets close to dying, it did have a good ending eventually. So it's two different episodes, or two different series, of Eternal Love. This is pretty good, you guys. Can be pretty devastating, but seeing people love each other can be. This is a pretty good drama. It's called Agent Princess. It's a princess who pretty much have to endure hardships, and one guy choosing to save her from a basically like human killing. They sent out people like maids. She was a maid, and she was sent out to be eaten, to be hunted. Back then they would hunt down people, hunt down lower class people, and kill them. So he saved her. This guy loves her deeply, but she never loves him back. You would thought she had loved him the entire time based on the way she reacted when he died in the end. This is a series that she's trained up to be an agent to spy on people, to get information, to fight her way into places. She's learned to write and everything for her master, because it is needed. Then she rises in a rebellion one day with another prince. They split up and they all eventually fight each other. They still haven't made a part 2 to Agent Princess, which I would love to see, because the ending was, I didn't like the fact that he died. I felt he died too soon, and she could have saved him. But the fact that she, when she fell into the water in the end, it's like her hidden power within her started to unite. So she became more powerful in herself. I don't know what the next drama is going to be. I don't know when they're going to release it, but this is a pretty good drama as far as fighting and unreciprocated love and misunderstanding and all that good stuff. This drama is called Ashes of Love. It's about the past emperor and a flower goddess, the woman who makes the earth bloom with flowers and everything around it grows. Having a daughter, he expected this little girl to be his, but it wasn't. Her slowly dying after birth, giving her daughter this thing that prevents her from falling in love. She has a encounterment with the former emperor's son, who slowly falls in love with her, and her mother gave her this thing to prevent her from loving. So for a very long time, she wasn't able to reciprocate the love in which he had for her. It's slowly turning into a 10-year trial. Her mother tried to prevent it, but eventually the thing in which was protecting her or preventing her from loving eventually broke and cracked beyond all the betrayal and hardships that she had to endure. And after the stabbing, the very man that she loved, the thing in her had broken. And now she's able to feel the hurt and pain of losing the person that she deeply loved and wasn't able to give love back to. Now, his brother, the son of the emperor. So the two emperor's sons fighting over this one girl for love. The mother of the emperor doesn't like her. The father doesn't like her. The mother and father are both very, very evil people. The father being the one who dies, and the mother kills herself. People killed the princess' mother and her father. Well, her mother slowly dies, but the father had got killed along with his wife. So, with that being said, you guys, this is a really good drama. But in the end, she had to sacrifice herself for the universe. So, having to get in between two of the most powerful gods in the heaven and sacrificing her entire life to die for the humanity. Her in the end getting a chance to have a normal life in the mortal realm. So she no longer has to deal with demons or gods. She finally gets to live a simple life with her son and the emperor's son, who loves her very much, who bestowed the throne to his brother, who took in the woman that he loved by continuing on having a fight with her. She is a frost flower. The prince that she's in love with is a phoenix. The brother is a dragon, I believe. This is a great drama of love and battles. This is called Bloody Romance. It's really good. It's the two main characters who are to love each other. Never get the chance to. She grows up in a home. She's slowly taken from right after. She's tricked to go to this place where she's tricked to believe that there's something for her to do there. But slowly after, she gets pulled away from her family, end up in a tragic situation, no longer knowing who her family is or being a part of those people. She is trained up to be an assassin and killing for this master. It's two masters. It's a female master and a male master. This one master, who can't yet see but eventually gets his eyesight back, falls in love with her. She is slowly falling in love with the man who's set beside her to train her to be the greatest assassin of that time, or in general. to kill at the expense of her master. She has two masters. The male master is wanting her to rise up and kill the female master, which she slowly does in the end after the person that she's in love with dies. She's a very good girl. She's, just mistreated throughout the entire movie. The person who sincerely loved her had disappointed her a lot, and it ruined his chances of being with her. But even though he made a lot of mistakes, she still chose to love him. Even though in the end, after she became the master, she was stuck to be without love in the end, because the person she loved had died, and she killed the master woman. The person the male who wanted to be loved by her never got that love and reciprocated. So he never really took the time to understand what she wanted. No one took the time to understand what she wanted. Maybe she just wanted to love and experience a normal life, but they wanted her to be a killer. She never got the chance to love, and she killed the master, and she lost the man that she could have had a possible chance of being happy. So guys, this is my top favorite Chinese dramas. I watch a lot more than these, but these were my top favorites, or top, you can't decide whether you love them or you hate it. Sometimes they could be you're not really sure if the ending will be happy, and it could be a wrestle between you being happy for them. Like, you fall in love with the characters and you want them to be happy, but usually sometimes the ending is not that. So a lot of these dramas ending with a happy ending based on the books, and also based on the actual drama, and the production of these movies are really good. Maybe because I like fantasy and things like that. I do like anime and all kinds of other different things. I do love Western movies, romance. I like action, and I also like war. So anything that requires a lot of action, I wouldn't say violence. I would just say a lot of fighting for injustice, or fighting for what you believe. Those are more my kind of thing, especially romance. I love romance. I love to watch romance. But I also love intellectual conversation, which, I like to watch a lot of different stuff. So these all being in English subtitles, so this is how I get the chance to watch them. I also use an app to watch most of my videos.